Welcome back to Fantasy Football Today, presented by Snickers. Snickers satisfies. I'm Jamie, that's Dave, that's Heath. We're looking at the wide receiver and tight end waiver wire and trade options for you for week number 6. Let's show you the wide receivers to add for this week, and the prize is at the top. Kadarius Toney coming off a monster game against the Cowboys. You also have some other guys here that have some potential, whether they're in PPR, non-PPR, or both. Rondo Moore, strong game, got some carries, so it was nice to see. Hunter Renfrow just continues to be steady Eddie. Amon-Ra St. Brown looks like the best wide receiver for the Lions. That seems to be a changing, revolving door for them, but now they're down Quintus Cephas. Tim Patrick had a strong game. Darnell Mooney hopefully has some strong games ahead, but these are the list of guys that we're talking about. And again, Toney is the star. So, Dave, if Shepard comes back, we know Galladay not going to play in week number 6. Slayton might come back. Does Toney still trump them all?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's kind of caught on really quickly in this New York offense. He doesn't seem like he's a one-trick pony. I think he's good and short.
One-trick Tony?
One-trick Tony. He's not that either. Lots of short catches, lots of deep throws as well could go his way. And they have to keep him involved in this offense. What choice do they have? They have nothing left, even if Shepard and Slayton come back. Difference maker on the field and the guy who's going to get a lot of volume. That usually is somebody that puts up a lot of fantasy points.
Heath, we saw on the list Rondo Moore, more of a stash guy. I don't know how many people are starting him. Renfrow, we've talked a lot about over the last several weeks. I don't know if he's reached his max in PPR leagues, but that's his best format. But tell me about Tim Patrick if you just need somebody for this week, because we know Jerry Jeudy is looming. He's coming off a game where he had his most catches on the season, most targets on the season, second game with at least 89 or more receiving yards on the season. Not a bad matchup against the Raiders this week with their banged-up secondary. Can you trust him?
I think he's a number 3 wide receiver. I would rather start Hunter Renfrow in full PPR, but in non-PPR, sure. They are similar. I think you're going to be somewhere in that 7 to 10 range in terms of points. If he scores a touchdown, great. He did that the first 2 weeks of the season, has not since week 2. I don't love him, but he's a fine number 3.
We'll see how things go there for him. And, again, good stash candidates and more. St. Brown, back-to-back weeks with 8 targets. So keep an eye on Rashad Bateman. Sammy Watkins is dealing with a hamstring injury, so maybe week 6 we see Bateman make his NFL debut. And then one other name just to throw out there for deeper leagues, Preston Williams. I didn't add him to this list, but you'll see him in the column. Had 5 targets, 3 catches without Devontae Parker and Will Fuller taking on the Jaguars this week.